there's a lot of people out there who think that the only way to have fun in your early 20s is to just drink and party. There's so much more to do. Because I don't like those type of environments, I don't typically go. I don't typically go to the parties and the kickbacks and the cookouts. People will often label me as, boring or not knowing how to have any fun. What I deem as fun is going to the movies, going bowling, going to the arcade, going to Dave and Buster's, going to an amusement park. You don't want to go ice skating. You don't want to go, to the pumpkin patch. Like, that's the kind of things I like to do. Hey everyone, it's Bree. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video, and I'm back with another tweet. My apologies for the lack of videos. It's just, there's really nothing going on. Like, the news cycle is slow. Sim news is sim news. There's just really not much going on. So my apologies, but I'm still going to make content, of course. So, came across this tweet from Folake, and she says, I used to hate the fact that I was boring, but every time I try to be out and about doing what people deem as fun, I end up stressed and drained as fuck. I've come to realize, for me personally, being boring is the only way to stay sane. LOL. And yeah, I liked and retweeted this tweet because this is something that caused me a lot of issues. Especially in college. And so I don't know what specific activity she's referring to, but from the thread that I was reading from other people who related to this tweet, it seems like we all are on the same page. And so we believe that what she is referring to is as far as what people deem as fun are the people that all they want to do is smoke, drink, and party. When you're in college, that's like the thing to do, right? Like, that's what people do for fun. It's, a common thing that people do in their free time on the weekends to de-stress, whatever the case may be. And so that's literally all people want to do. They just want to go to parties, kickbacks, cookouts, lounges, clubs, and they just, again, just partying, smoking, drinking. That's all they want to do. And as she said, even though people may view that as fun, to her, it's, very stressful and very draining. And I have that same experience. I've been to a party or two before, and I've been in social settings. I've been in situations where everybody around me was, again, drinking or partying or whatever the case may be. And it was always very, very draining. I didn't want to be there. I was miserable. But that's what people deem as fun. And it's unfortunate because I don't like those type of environments. I don't typically go. I don't typically go to the parties and the kickbacks and the cookouts and all of that, especially if I know that everybody that is going there to get fucked up. I don't want to be around that. And so I choose not to go. And because of that, people will often label me as, boring or not knowing how to have any fun. And it's just it's unfortunate. And like she said too, like for her, being boring is the only way to stay sane. I mean, yeah, because you're not going to drive yourself crazy trying to please other people and trying to do what is typically in the norm. And I spoke about this a few times on social media, but for me, my idea of fun is also boring to other people, which I think is really unfortunate. Because for me, like, what I deem as fun is going to the movies, going bowling, going to the arcade, going to Dave and Buster's, going to an amusement park. Those are the kind of things that I want to do. Those are the things that I feel like are fun and really enjoyable for me. But I feel like a lot of times, whenever, especially in the past, if I've tried to get people to do those things with me, no one would ever want to do it. Like, I would always get blown off, people would flake, or people wouldn't commit to the plans, and it became very disheartening. But let there be a party or something like that, then people will go out of their way. And I've seen it. It's like, you try to plan like a fun little get together, and everybody's busy, no one has the money, it's all these excuses. But let there be a cookout somewhere, and people are literally driving hours and hours to literally just sit around, drink, and dance a little bit. That's it. And I think that it's, I don't know. It's just like everybody has their own version of fun. So I'm not necessarily knocking anybody that does have fun doing those things, but it's also unfortunate. It's I don't know. I think it's unfortunate when you think that that's the only way that you can have fun is to get fucked up and to get wasted and to just constantly be at parties all the time. If that's your only version of fun, in my eyes, that's boring. Like, you don't want to do nothing else. You just want to go to parties, go to brunch, go to, like that. That's all you want to do. You don't want to go, again, you don't want to go bowling. You don't want to go ice skating. You don't want to go, to the pumpkin patch. Like, that's the kind of things I like to do. I feel like that stuff is fun. And granted, it also might just be me still trying to make up for the lack of a childhood that I had, because I didn't really get to do those things growing up. I didn't have a lot of interactions, or I didn't have a whole lot of, like, I didn't get to do a lot of that stuff. I'll just put it that way. I didn't get to do a lot of that stuff with friends because a multitude of reasons, whether it was my mom being overprotective, or my friends just sucking and not wanting to make plans with me, or not wanting to do things with me. I just never really got those experiences. And so maybe it's just, maybe some people did used to do all that stuff all the time, and now they just want to party. But for me, like, I still wanna have fun and do stuff. And so, but again, sometimes I get labeled as boring. Like, I even had this issue, and I spoke about this briefly in my video where I talked about how I don't drink alcohol. And if you didn't check out that video, make sure you guys go check it out. But in that video, I talked about how I got judged a lot for not drinking. Still do, sometimes. And when I was in my freshman year of college, like freshman, sophomore year of college, I got a lot of judgment, from the people that I was around, from me not drinking alcohol, because people literally, they automatically assumed that I was a boring person to hang out with, and that just wasn't even worth them spending time with me, because, like, oh, if you don't drink and you don't go to parties, then you must just be boring. Like, they didn't even give me a chance to show how fun I can be in other settings. Like, I even remember too, like, in high school, one time we went to King's Dominion, and I was hanging out with a group of friends, and we had, I don't think we had intended on hanging out together. It kind of just happened, and we ended up going on, like, a couple of rides, a lot of the water rides. And I remember after we got off, they're like, like, you're actually really fun to be around. Like, you actually are, like, a good time. And I've had people say that to me a lot over the years, where, like, almost like they're shocked that I can actually be fun to be around. Because again, people assume because I don't go to certain stuff that I'm just, like, I don't know, like, I'm just boring. Or maybe just because I'm naturally quiet and introverted that I just don't know how to have fun. But it's not true. It's like, give me a chance. I will have a blast if you give me the opportunity to. And so, yeah, like, literally, I had people that like, wouldn't want to hang out with me, or didn't want to do stuff with me because they just assumed that I was boring. Like, I was in friend groups that would go and do the stuff that I wanted to do, but they wouldn't invite me. They would only hang out with those people that they would also go out to drink with or go to party with, because, like, it was like they only wanted to hang out with people that did the same things that they did. But even when they would go, go to the movies or go roller skating, I still didn't get invited, because they're just like, oh no, because she's the boring one. And so, it's just, it's unfortunate that, there's a lot of people out there who think that the only way to have fun in your early 20s is to just drink and party. There's so much more to do. And another thing too with that, kind of tying back into the whole alcohol thing, there's also people that they either can't, not that they can't function, but they feel like they have to be intoxicated to have fun. Like there's no possible way they can have a good time and they can have fun unless they are intoxicated. And I really don't like being around those type of people, because I think that's toxic, and I think that's also partly why I just don't like being around people who drink a whole lot, because they just become dependent on it. And I've been in situations, especially with my birthday in the past, not last year, but like just years past. Like there have been times where, I wanted to have something. Like one time I had like a sleepover. I wanted to have a little sleepover game night situation at my dorm, and I invited people that were already on campus, so no one had to go out of their way or drive a long way. Everybody was already on campus. And I kid you not, there were people who literally did not want to come because there wasn't going to be any alcohol involved. They're like, "Oh, no drinks? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not going to come." And it's like, you can still have fun without doing all of that. And if you can't, then I don't want to say there's something wrong with you, but I think that's pretty sad if you can't do both. Like if like it's one thing if you want to drink to, I don't know, enhance the experience or to get yourself looser or to get yourself more into the mood. But if you literally cannot function or do anything fun without alcohol involved, then I don't know. But I feel like it's people like that who would say stuff like, not say stuff like what she said, but who would deem others as boring because they aren't doing those same things. So yeah, I don't know. But that's my 2 cents on this tweet in regards to people calling her boring. I can assure you that you are not boring. You just like to do normal stuff that isn't the norm and that isn't being plastered on someone's floor in someone's cramped up house party. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought in the comments down below about this tweet and anything that I said. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your thoughts in the comments down below? If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.